and this will be video 1 of drawing right and left, which is pretty much me just documenting my progress, improving my drawing skills. I've always been kind of interested in drawing. I used to draw a lot when I was a kid, and then stopped for a while, and then started to think about getting back into it in the past year or so, and now I've picked it up again. But I've always liked comic style art, and growing up, watching Saturday morning cartoons, that type of thing. And occasionally, when I would mention it to someone I was meeting for the first time, they would be like, "Oh, can I see something?" And I had just been kind of drawing on a piece of paper and then throwing it in a pile afterward, not really giving it a second thought. But the only major change to make these videos is just to put a camera up and pretty much draw like I normally do. And I thought it would be kind of fun to have like a record of what I was thinking at the time. To look back and be like, oh, me from a month ago was terrible. And you may have noticed the title that I chose for this channel. One of my long-term goals is to be able to draw with my left and right hand. And just naturally, my right hand is my dominant hand. For now. But I'll be experimenting with things like my thought process when I'm drawing with my left hand, different ways to grip the pen, and things like drawing with my left and right hand at the same time. It's a bit out there as far as a goal, but I think it's an achievable skill, and will end up being valuable if I can master it in the way that I want to. And I should probably talk a little bit about what's actually going on in the video right now. Drawing with a camera right above you does feel a little bit different than just drawing normally. Probably the most disruptive thing about it is sometimes it can be a little bit distracting, like looking up at the camera and then losing focus, and then looking back. And then there's the whole thing of getting the lighting right so it's actually visible on the camera and not really dark. And another thing that I started doing is drawing in an actual sketchbook. So later on I'll have a little bit of a different type of video where I flip through the sketchbook and take a certain number of pages and then talk about each one and what I was thinking about at the time I was drawing it. And for all of these, there will be a very nice extreme close-up of my hands. A few days before recording this one, I got a burn on my thumb from cooking. But it's starting to go away. And I never claimed to be a hand model, so no need to be alarmed about that. For what I'm drawing in this video, it's mostly repeated patterns. But coming up in the next videos, I'll be going a little bit more into my thought process for how I feel about what I'm drawing and what I think about what I've actually drawn once I go back to look at it. And there we have it, the end of video 1 of drawing right and left. I wonder how many times I said the word "and" during all this.